Hello again, and welcome back to Pathologic Classic HD. In this episode, we begin to see what's going on, or at least what's going on within the abattoir. So, a letter from the Inquisitor will start us off. The evening letter from the Inquisitor, day 7. Yes, they've played a cruel joke on us. You know, Dankovsky, there are costs involved in being who we are. People like us, ingenious to the extent of being dangerous, are always put on the front line. They set us goals which are as pointless as they are impossible to achieve, in a desperate bid that we figure out how to deal with them. We are a low-value card which may be of use if it wins and worth no regret if it is beaten. Having been made aware of this attitude, we have no choice but to avenge it. I detest hypocrisy, as do you, I believe. Let us make the hypocrites regret their sanctimony. Their smug self-assurance is based on their deluded belief that we will not be able to carry out their orders. Do they advise you to deal with the plague in a manner your conscience would suggest? Do that, and have no fear. I've been told to eradicate the disease at any cost and as elegantly as possible. This is what they're going to get. We'll discuss the matter tomorrow, however. This was my desperation speaking. Burn the letter. Glea Lilith. Day 8 begins. Fortunately, this arsonist isn't looking to attack me directly. So, I guess that's one good thing. No quests yet. I wonder where we should go first. I remember this day that we deal with the cemetery and the apiary. So perhaps we should go and speak to younger Vlad. Fortunately, the arsonists don't really want to target me because I'm not ridden with plague currently. There go the screaming children. The streets remain a lot quieter since the Inquisitor arrived, and I am thankful for that. Right. Let's see what's going on here. Someone being chased down in the streets. Another fight between thug and guardsman. Ah, fuck. Oof. Couple of bad hits. We're okay, we're still alive. I believe there's still a rat in my inventory. Oh shit, he spotted me. Don't know why the frame rate's going so squiffy here. Right. Weapons. Swap out a knife for another knife. Yeah, why not? It's not as if it makes any difference. That's perhaps not my finest move. I'm gonna blame the strangely low frame rate on that one. Sorry about that, guys. And what does younger Vlad have to say?
Have you heard? The military arrives tomorrow.
Right. You've undoubtedly had a lot of questions in your mind, but they'll have to wait. Except for one. The most pressing and, dare I say, the painful concern. We've lost enough time as it is. The crud's not going to wait, is it? And your visit to the termitary... All in all, there's no point putting it off. The crud. I'll have you know that a certain informer of mine, a trustworthy source despite being a worm, has told me that there's a flow of fake Panacea coming in and out of the termitary. Panacea, sorry. I'll be honest with you, this is encroaching upon my interests, so I'm turning to you for help. This concerns you as well, after all. And what are your interests? It's all very simple. Panacea will always be in short supply, that much is obvious. My dear friend Barach, the highest authority in this, claims that he'll be able to produce 15 batches at best. I'm interested in seeing them find their way into the right hands. And what is that supposed to mean? As soon as the bound find out about the Panacea, or worse yet, get their hands on a flask of that Erstats drug, you've seen them, they're romantics just waiting for an opportunity to pull off a heroic sacrifice. Obtaining fake Panacea would cause them to lose all prudence. They'll take risks, run headlong into infection hotspots, thinking they have salvation in their pocket, and then the salvation won't work. But who would buy unverified Panacea? Truth is, the slime balls are backing themselves up with, yes, your own good name. They claim that the recipe is yours and even provide some proof of authorship. I don't know what exactly that is, but really your name is actually proof enough for the general crowd. They are rather naive. And the heart instant has already become common knowledge, in certain circles at least. What does that have to do with anything? The heart was required to extract a microbial culture sample. Well, in any case, they're procuring live hearts, of which there's no shortage in the termitary now, and preparing the potions right in front of the buyers. You can imagine the resulting product. I've heard you loud and clear. So you're saying they've set up shop in the termitary, right? My informer says this is one of the rooms located in the long block. He hasn't seen it himself. I'll find the lowlifes, and then I'll return to you, and we're going to have a long and unpleasant conversation. Into the termitary we go. I'll be glad at last to see the interior of the place. Get an idea of what the hell's going on inside there. Might be a bit of a difficult entrance though. I'm not entirely sure how we'll get to the long block, or at least how we'll get inside. Might be difficult. It'll require us to cross a fair bit of infected territory at least. But I think we can probably manage it. Guardsman. Do you have any food? Or rifle bullets? He's got rifle ammunition. Can always use more of that. This is probably the less dangerous route, I hope. The warehouses are the land of the criminals and the underworld, but I think we'll probably survive. You there, can you give me some bandages? Well, you can give me a tourniquet. I mean, I guess that'll do. How come this place never runs out of you sots? You've been ordered to stay in. That's what I'm saying. Drunks are always lucky, as the folk wisdom goes. It's the same here too. How can the bacteria survive inside you when you're pouring so much Twarian down your throat? Why do you think it's bacteria? What else could it be? What else is causing them fevers? Dire beast called Microscope, shaggy in image, fangy in jaws, scary in manner. Smallish in size though, which is one relief, has a knack for reproduction. Am I right, Professor? It's most likely a virus, and no spirit is deep down enough to drown it. You are, of course, an educated man, a man of academia, so to speak, but I would argue otherwise. Take my father-in-law, drunk like a fish that would then crawl under the table mindlessly, and no plague would get to him. Never, not to mention flu. 5 years ago, when it happened for the first time, he survived. That's just coincidence. Fucking idiotic townspeople. God, that's... Anecdotal evidence is not evidence. Oh. And And even then, anecdotal evidence is only considered in any manner a valid form of evidence if it's from an expert who sees it regularly and deals with it regularly. Your anecdotes are shit. Ah, that's what I'm trying to say here. Right. See how we go up north. Oh. Fuck, that was close. The arsonists are at least not out in quite as much force. I mean, I guess we do have to thank the Inquisitor for some things. Even if at this point I don't fully trust her. Nothing. Nothing left in any of the shops. I've clearly bought them all out of house and home. But at the same time, that concerns me. I have to wonder what we'll eat for the next few days, or at least once the next few days pass. And someone dying over there. That's kind of actually more like the sound of somebody dying. Occasionally it's a bit more rattly, but if it is, then something's gone very wrong. Oh no. There's an arsonist. Oh dear. Oh god. Oh god. Everything's gone wrong. Oh god, everything's gone wrong. There's a rat after me as well, I think, still. Yeah, still. Okay, right, let's dodge inside. I'd rather not get nibbled to death by rats again. Ah. Oh, that's not bad pricing still. Yeah, I can live with that. Less than 1,000 coins for bread. Considering how much it was worth before, I'm happy with that. It's the best deal we've had in a long time. Right. Let's just skirt through here as quickly as we can. There must be a way around and a way out. How much health did I lose? About half. It's not terrible. I mean, I can live with that. Next time I sleep, I'll just down a bottle of Maridome. Oh shit! It was an angel of death right in my tail. Okay. A lot of guardsmen around here. Yeah, that'll do. I mean, the prices are slowly beginning to rise again. 778 gold for an egg is certainly more than it was yesterday. But that's okay. I should have enough rations to last me most of the remainder of the game. At least I hope so. Right. So we are about to go into the first block of the termitary. think. I think this is the first block of the cemetery. This might be the... Christ. No, this isn't the right area. No, let's get out of here. This is certainly not right. I think it might be the long block that we're actually looking for, which is this one here. Well, maybe I was wrong. Okay. So, Barach is either somewhere in here, or maybe he's upstairs somewhere, I don't know. God, this place is grim. Aha! Barach! I'll drop a quick hard save just to make sure that we don't lose him again. Artemy.
I can barely walk. Enough for today, eh?
You shouldn't have come, Moinon. It's dangerous here. You're not used to dealing with them. What are you doing here, Barach? I went to the abattoir and came back with something of value. Listen to me, Oinon. If my hope proves to be true, we'll have a serum by tomorrow. That's some news. So what was that thing you came back with? Blood. Blood again. Not ready to say where I got it, but it may very well be what Stack worked on, only better. Still alive. Look, if it has, you know, what, antibodies? Yes, antibodies. You already know what living bacteria look like, as well as dead ones. Stack told me all about that. I think it won't be too hard for you to establish what this blood does to the infection. So you want me to examine this blood under the microscope? Just that. If you study this blood, Oinon, tomorrow I'll hand you a dose of functional Panacea. And if you prove that this is the blood that we need, it might be I hand the Panacea to you today. I trust your word. Is that convincing enough for you? It is. Where do I find you? I'll be around here. Still got a hell of a lot to do. If there's trouble, I'll let you know. And we should meet in the basement under the corpulent workshop. Alright. Cool. That's useful.
Changeling spoke to the foreman. Could it be that he had accepted her as one of his kind?
Brewers of fake Panacea hold up somewhere in the cemetery. Do you know anything about that? What? Somebody's making a fake Panacea? In here? But this is... yes, an inconceivable villainy. Have you maybe noticed anything suspicious? Hold on a second. Some dong on the second floor asked for corpses of the freshly dead. They seem to be looking for someone they knew. Took no notice back then. Apart from that, newcomer tramps went around looking for some room alongside that wall entrance. Dang money. Which room? On the second floor as well? Damned if I know. I had a shortcut. I had a short way with him. Alright. Start down under the sheet. Thank you, brother.
Slow and steady.
Tell me, how do I get inside the abattoir? The gates are blocked with boulders from the inside. When the time comes, the butchers roll them aside. And find a way in after that. Just wait for the right moment. And one of the boulders rolled aside. At what time? There's some kind of regularity, but I haven't cracked it yet. Tried to squeeze it out of the Mother Superior, but she's only fooling around. Can never understand if she's serious or not. Are they going to be open today? There is a massive butcher feud inside. They're fighting each other. Something displeased them quite a bit. They've played a part in it, I'm afraid. The Mother Superior claims that everything should quiet down after midnight. Maybe about 2 o'clock they'll roll the boulder blocking the main entrance. I'll let you in after that if the Mother allows it. And what if she doesn't? And better not to try at all. They will attack you as soon as you get inside, and not only that, they'll send out a party to chase you. Don't play games with them, Oinon. The local ways ought to be respected. Do the butchers even get sick? I haven't seen a single butcher die of the sand plague. That is a curious fact. I mean, I've seen sick butchers, but very few of them. Almost all the dead stepmen found in the cemetery were murdered. There were also sick ones, though. I know that for certain. You've been to the cemetery during the lockdown, haven't you? Yes, I have, but don't ask me who let me in. What are you afraid of? I'm not afraid of anything, but too many people died right in front of me these last few days. Not the plague, but rather by malicious will of those too keen to execute their idea of justice. You know full well what I mean. Yes, I understand.
The Inquisitor has turned her gaze to the abattoir. No.
Right. I'll see if we can find perhaps some of these fake Panacea makers. And we'll have to examine under the microscope this sample of blood. Okay, up on the second floor. This place is huge. Mostly a prison. Nothing there. Nothing there either. Might be around here. Perhaps not. It must be around here somewhere. But where? None of them are interested in speaking to me. God, this place is grim. I can't imagine that the butchers are too happy seeing me run around here either. By second floor, did they mean... Are they using the American system or the British system for first and second floors? Barak is on the ground floor. Which some would say the first floor, but this looks at least a little bit more promising, but I don't think that this is what I'm after. I think that might be something slightly different. Ah, no, here we are. Look at you assholes. Guns up. Peace to you, Oinon, peace to you. Live and let live, so say the wise. Here you are, you can of worms. So, can I place an order? You're more than welcome. We're not asking much, merely 30,000. But for you, Oinon, it's free. Dead gruel, never better. All the rot comes out, all the evil hexes come off. Oh yes, my good man. Merely 30,000, huh? You sure you're not underselling, mate? Aye, Oinon, have mercy, let us be. We won't sell anything anymore, we won't cook the gruel. You let us live, you don't turn us into the mother. We will tell you something interesting, then you will be pleased. Speak then. If I like what I hear, I won't give you away. We're guilty. The boss's son is twice as guilty. We just fool around and mess about. He is buying up the real Panacea. Bought it from everyone who got one from Barak, took from everyone, has it for himself. Shoot him, Oinon, threaten him, rob him, take his Panacea for yourself. Thank us. Where did he get the real Panacea? Only Barak can make the Panacea. Only Barak knows the lines. Barak gave his vials to Bodo's children, gave to the boss. The boss's son took all to sell to evil people, to bloodsuckers for iron and gold. Have mercy on us, Oinon, let us go. Never again until the earth takes us back. Fine. I'll tell the mother about this room, though. You have half an hour to get lost for good. The mother, of course, being the de facto ruler. of this little establishment, who we are now going to quickly have a chat to. That's if she'll have us, of course. Unfortunately, the actual head of the butchers, Elder Tychik, died in the plague. So now his 5-year-old daughter...
Misfortunes never come alone. That's what Dad used to say.
You've got a stain on your nose. I just wanted to have a little chat with you. Please tell your servants to relax. They're not servants. They keep me out of harm's way. Fine. Were you here when the epidemic broke out? Epidemic? When people got sick and began to die. Of course I was here. If not for me, everyone who's upstairs would also be sick and dead. I was here, so there wasn't a Mother Superior in the building. That's why everyone's dead there. Are the people upstairs alive? When we knock on the ceiling, they say they're about to come down and make us all regret this. Regret what exactly? I don't know, but it's terribly scary. They're very, very angry with us. They want to get back at us. Let them stay where they are. Why are they angry? Because we didn't feed them. But they locked themselves away on purpose. We didn't make them to. It's their own fault, not mine. Definitely not yours.
What's with the racket upstairs? Where did everyone go?
I want the abattoir passage to be unlocked immediately. Passage closed. It's forbidden to go there today. Why? It's dangerous inside. That's fine, I'm not afraid. But I am. But it is not to be opened. Today is a festive day. There's a beast inside. What? It is not to be talked about. Go away. You've asked way too many questions already. Alright, I'm leaving. I really want to see inside the abattoir. I get the impression that might be where this plague is coming from. But still. For now, we got what we needed. Let's head back to the slough, Eva's old place, and examine this blood for anatomy. On the way, we'll stop by younger Vlad and ask him about exactly where all the Panacea went. If this is the one thing that can cure the plague in this game, I do not want to lose it. There are two things that can cure plague altogether. One is the powder, one is Panacea. Panaceas, of course, are better than the powders, given that they don't destroy your body in the process. Right, let's see what we can do here. The arsonists are still in town, still trying to set everything on fire. I think there's gonna be... oh, there's a rat. It spotted me. I have no desire to interact with you, rat. I really have none at all. Leave me alone. Oh god, there's more. How many rats are there? Okay. I give in. Hopefully this made them go away for at least a little bit. Oh, shit. Okay. Has to be a quick way down towards younger Vlad. Because I really want to ask him a bit about his sudden change of heart in regards to the Panacea. Or Panacea. I'm gonna refer to it as Panacea from now on in. So I'm fairly sure that's how it's pronounced. Hey, you there, can you mend the gun? Oh, I've got nothing that needs repairing, that's weird. Cool. So, let's see. my current plan is to head south, interrogate younger Vlad a little bit, find out exactly what the hell is going on. I'm going to keep heading south, actually. It's not worth going to that Lake District. And once I've spoken to younger Vlad, I might head back to Eve's house and use the microscope there to examine the blood. If at that point I'm given a Panacea by Barach, then that really will make my day a lot better. Might mean we have enough to save everyone. Saving everyone will not be easy, of course. But I think we have to do what we can. Okay, most of the way to younger Vlad's now. I do apologise for the poor sound mixing in previous videos. Unfortunately, anytime the rain sound effect plays down, then it is very difficult to hear my commentary. I've once more tried to readjust them for this video. So unfortunately I'm not sure exactly how much of my commentary was lost before now. Not that much of it really matters. It's not really anything interesting. Not really very much that's relevant to the plot of the story. Usually it's just my musings on the game, the concepts of utopia, and my very sparse knowledge of Russian culture.
Changeling knows something. Or she was promised something.
Well, I found the worm poison makers, but they told me that you, Master Vlad, have also dabbled in the Panacea black market. Yes, when I learned that Barach had concocted Panacea, I decided to completely seize the flow of goods. That's how the informers came to know. I requested it on purpose. Make no mistake, this isn't about greed. I simply thought that it would be prudent to control this market. One would emerge anyway. So your concern for the bound was only disguise? You only ever concerned with turning a profit? Seems my old reputation will take a while to get rid of. Knowledge is outdated, Bachelor. Things have changed. I have changed. This morning I wanted to seize the Panacea black market, so I bought up everything that Barach has made and distributed it. And I gave away all that I had bought. No money, well, a little money so it wouldn't like I'm offering a donation. I gave it to the bound, the ones who needed it the most, in my opinion. Those who nearly died because of me. Who? I promised to keep their names secret. I'm wary of Clara, you see. She's very good at getting what she needs from people. Both words and things. Well, one of them is Mark Immortal. He's not hiding it, but his situation is different. He's running a plague house, after all. But you've spared at least one for yourself, I hope? Haven't you? I need neither money nor protection from death now. The latter because I want to give the plague the opportunity to punish me for my acts, and the former, please spare me your mockery, is because I now aspire to something. Call me sentimental. I won't reveal it. I don't want to scare the dream away. You've given me serious food for thought. Thank you. Oh, that's a little bit of my faith in humanity restored. A little bit. Overall, my faith in humanity has been truly eroded by most of the townspeople, but Mr. Younger Vlad seems at least a little bit more kind. Comparatively selfless act. a world where soft sex are not tolerated. Or at least pretty harshly punished. Oh no 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 no. Fuck. I really hate those angel clouds. They appear out of nowhere. I've managed to get by most of the way so far without getting hit by them, but I got the feeling if anything's gonna get me, it's gonna be one of them. Right. Let's pay a visit to Immortal, see what exactly has happened to all of this Panacea. The fact that it's our only method of a cure currently, without destroying one's body in the process, is important. It makes it very important.
Only knowing our fortune in advance could we predict our conduct.
See who my audience is now. They rarely applaud, they never call encore, but they also never boo us, and as you can see, we have a full house every night. Tell me, has old Gumsky the Younger really sold you several vials of Panacea? He didn't even sell them, he gave them to me basically for free, or maybe a token payment. You know, I never expected something like this from him. I was expecting an intricate and crafty scheme on his part, but I think I have also changed, so I believe him. Incredible. I'm starting to suspect he's in league with you. He isn't. First of all, I also believe in lofty ideals. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. The salvation is not about the panacea. The panacea is transitory. But recently I came to realize something that has blown me out of the water completely and has made me reevaluate my worldview. So, I believe in Vlad's transformation. And what did you realize? That fate can be overcome. I'm so tired of all this. You know, many people consider my shows to be mere tricks, but I know that's untrue. They are daily reminders of predetermination reigning over us. It is depressing. But now I see that a miracle is not completely impossible. Please, go on. What makes it possible? It's the tower. The only thing that leads the plot of my performances astray is the tower. The tower and everything that has to do with it. Those are the only things that cannot be tossed and turned and manipulated like puppets. A miracle overcomes the inevitable. The tower can do miracles. It all makes sense. Sure. So what have you done with your vial of Panacea? I have an idea about what to do with it. I won't share it with you, sorry. I fear this changeling. She is a remarkable foe and a worthy opponent. When it comes to miracle making, a rather nimble girl. She's gathering intelligence now, you see, and her intentions are dark. Her intuition is spot on, so I'd rather she knew less. Her intentions are dark? She is a fanatic, and like any fanatic, she is obsessed. I think she has a very unique idea of what to do with the precious vials. She may even try to destroy them. But what for? Can there be another source of miracles, apart from her, that is? That would be blasphemy and sacrilege to her. People should only hope for the power emanating from her, otherwise the power will dry out. Without the faith, that is. And if it does, the designs of the poor thing will fall through. And she has grand designs, believe you me. Mine are definitely grander, or at least more reliable. Oh, undoubtedly. In that case, tell me at least who else Vlad the Younger shared the Panacea with. Oh, fine, he gave it to the girls, to Yulia, Lara, and the third one that begs keep her name secret under any circumstances. Think of them as the three Pathologic. I see. Thank you, Mark. Mark gave the Panacea to those whose lives are in most immediate peril, namely to Lara, Yulia, and some individual who expressed a desire to remain incognito. Honestly, she didn't have to take the trouble, this individual. It's an angel, I'm fairly certain. Well. That's that one done. Let's see what we can find out about this vial, then. Of blood, I mean, rather than the vial of Panacea. I wonder where Barach got this vial from. Something that's akin to Simon in power? I'm intrigued. Right. Let's keep going and see what happens, shall we? Oh, that's a blade cloud. Oh, that's a loading screen. That's the first time that's happened in the game. All the windows are boarded up. Oh, and my hunger is rising again. Let's see what happens. Very close now. Whoa, goodness. Right. Okay, there's actually quite a few enemies here. No. I've been spotted. I'm no mood to waste my ammunition. Fuck you. So if I shoot one of these guys, it'll go straight through him, and the guards will get hit. I'd rather not do that. At least not just yet. I'd rather stay on the right side of the law whilst I can. God, everything's going a little bit chaos again. Right. Okay. Upstairs we go. Let's deal with this vial, shall we? So what can we see here? We can see, by the looks of it, red blood cells, some weird looking spike things, I'm not entirely sure what they are, and I'm not entirely sure if these things here are supposed to be representative of bacteria or of antibody complexes. I suspect they are more like antibody complexes, but it is very unclear. Some platelets around, and whatever the hell those are. Those are unusual. I don't know what they are supposed to be. Still, interesting. Well, I've studied it under the microscope, so hopefully that should give us a bit more of a clue as to what exactly it is. Eve, where are you now? I might actually rest up here a little bit. Seeing as we actually have quite a bit of time, and I think that my exhaustion is a little bit up. There's no need for it to be as up as it is, and we've got time in the day. At least I think we do. So, down a bottle of Meridorm, and sleep a little bit of time away. It all ends in less than 5 days. The army arrives tomorrow. 3,000 people death toll. In which the Bachelor can prove once again that the Earth is never up to any good. Can't trust the Earth, you know? Right. Let's return in just for a moment, because I think there might be... No. I'm under the impression there might be a quest line here, but I don't think that there is just yet. still got perhaps a little while to go. I might pause for a little bit longer just to make sure I can activate the quest line, which is triggered here. I believe it triggers at midday. And there's the letter. Strange guests are walking all around your house. I'm uneasy around them. Please come back soon. From Ayan, the girl that's taking the place of Eva. Here they are. What a lovely lady. She welcomed us. She talked to us. Children are not allowed to be in contact with the kin people, you know. Forbidden fruit and all that. It is the sweetest one. Aren't you a nimble lad? Behave yourself. Who might these petitioners be? Petitioners indeed. Well, see, we've heard all about your efforts, so... Well, we've decided to set up an embassy here. We've been told all about your plan to sterilize us all. Sterilize, huh? Wrong wording, I guess. I meant curing us, making us healthy, that is. Distributing protective pills, wiping us with spirits, gargle with mouthwash, if you please. Bathe your feet like a good kid you are to avoid all the infections. That kind of stuff. I see. Yes, I did have that kind of plan. Uncle Bachelor, we don't need vaccine. The order was in the Inquisitors, but you'll be held responsible. Just don't. It'll be a simple waste of precious medicine. Better give it to our families. We're all healthy up there, and healthy we will remain, hand on heart. And what is that supposed to mean, young man? Our tower is magical. It protects us from the outside world. Everybody knows that, duh. And we're, like, see, if you care so much about us, better bring us some dry blue fire that doesn't burn paper. You come from another place, after all. They have that kind of fire there? The tower is magical. That really sounds fishy. I think this demands a thorough inspection. Please don't. Khan wouldn't let you in. You're contagious. How are you lot going to return then? We're not. We're an operations squad. Tomorrow we'll be sent on a very important mission to deal with the oppressors that are trying to exterminate us. And, well, tough luck for us. The tower is only impregnable from the infection for the outside. That's just how it works. It's the mechanics of it. Mechanics, huh? Like you know what the word means. I need proof. Oh, just ask everyone. Anyone, even Capella. Actually, yeah, go pay her a visit. She doesn't believe in the tower's miracles at all, but she'll provide you with proof, all right? She wouldn't lie, after all. Which means her testimony is the most reliable one, I guess. All right, I'll talk to Capella. To Capella's we go. Okay. So. Let's see if we can get rid of some of this swiftly. Talking to Capella, I think, will be probably the most helpful thing that we can do in regards to figuring out what exactly is going on inside the polyhedron. Because it does remain fairly unclear. The place does seem to be revered as magical by most people. Or at least by most people that I've had dealings with. Not running into any plague crowds today. Okay. Oh, bless me, sorry. Things getting bad. I definitely wonder if the lack of people on this shit. The angel clouds really are very frustrating. Frick. Nothing is going well here. Right.
What?
You've stayed. I'm surprised. I was sure you'd take the first opportunity to leave this place. They say, young lady, that you are somewhat skeptical towards the peculiar qualities of this polyhedron. And who says that? Its inhabitants. That's not how it is. You cannot ignore the obvious. The tower does manage to perform truly breathtaking feats. And yes, by the way, I am sure that the disease, being of particular interest to you, or any other evil from outside, cannot get into the tower whatsoever. It is evil enough on its own. I'd like to know more about its inherent evil, young lady. I admit that the tower can perform miracles, but I do not believe it's miraculous by nature. It's dead, you see, it does not live. That's why it can do what it does. A living person would see just how blasphemous it is. So, what does it do? It seems to somehow affect the internal state of a person. And so all the wonderful but fleeting things such as dreams, love, the accidental concurrence of fantasies, obsessions with desires, or mystical games, all those things last forever inside, against their evanescent nature. Incredible. Are you laughing at me? Not in the slightest. It's exactly why the children are so fond of it. All their wonderful games, the magical places, the journeys towards outer worlds. All the wonders of childhood are consecrated in the tower, and they never go. You are laughing at me. It also allows you to come back, say, to a particular dream, or a forgotten game. But most importantly, it allows you to do so in someone else's company. You can bring a person, or persons, I believe, into your dream. They can see your reverie through your own eyes. You can fall in love with what you love. If there's a shred of truth to what you're saying, then that is indeed astonishing. Yes, the tower preserves childhood together with all its magic. You cannot grasp a miracle and hold on to it mechanically. You cannot treat the miraculous like that. A miracle can only reveal itself through a living person, like my mother, be born of magical power, not of rationale. So the tower does it rationally. The Canes have set up a seditious experiment. The Stamptons bragged that they had overcome the laws of gravity and Euclidean geometry, whilst in reality it was the Canes who took it upon themselves to attack the laws of sorcery and the miraculous powers that stumble upon our world from time to time. While the Stamptons were building ladders, the Canes were creating foci. And what's wrong with that? Isn't it wonderful? I don't know. You are brave, and my duty dictates caution. It's getting more and more frightening by the minute. The reckoning is yet to come, if it hasn't already. The tower defies the very nature of miracles, you see. It imprisons them. That's why the wisest children have already left it. How curious. Which ones? Apart from you, that is. Taya Taichek, for instance. A 5-year-old kid worshipped by the kin. They call her the Mother Superior. She was merely a careless kidling in the tower, and now she's in charge of the termitory and the 5,000 souls inside. Have you been there already, by the way? I'm worried about her. I have. If you happen to come by, please give her the medicine and tell her that me personally, it's important, but I told her to take it if she ever feels unwell. She'll trust me. Otherwise, they'll keep taking those horrible yellow pills, the only ones that they acknowledge. Sure. And this tower story of yours was most engaging. I'm very happy I decided to drop by. Please come by later to tell me how it went. It means the world to me. Alright. 2 ferromycin tablets. Useful. Okay. So, back to the, oh, what's this? A letter? It rots from within. I've examined the data that Watch has collected and compared it to your own conclusions and suggestions. Once again, I was pleasantly surprised by your insight. Did you ever consider becoming an Inquisitor yourself? We have to conclude the conversation we held yesterday and decide who our real enemy is, and what the target of our next strike should be. The goals are consistent, I think. It rots from within. Waiting for you at the cathedral, Aglaya Lilith. That's probably the more important goal for now. Perhaps we should make our way back to the cathedral. Every time I nearly walk into that one. Right. Have to be careful around this particular corner. Nope. Right. Let's perhaps dodge and head around the outside instead. Might be a nicer journey. Oh my god, another rat, really? Well, now we have a rat. My hunger increases again. Oh goodness, the hunger actually is really rising quite a bit now, isn't it? Well, let's deal with it as soon as we talk to Aglaya. But Aglaya is probably the most important thing first, I reckon. Hello, Aglaya.
I haven't slept for 3 nights in a row. I don't think I'll manage another one.
The first part of the game is over, Bachelor Dankotsky. Its meaning has been as follows. Powers that be gave you a task with a catch, to learn the truth. They set a definitive condition that this truth has to be nice. Your honor and the fate of your laboratory were at stake. Would you care to learn something? Go ahead. Panacea has already been destroyed. There's nothing left. The place is in ruins and your research is in ashes. Your papers have been burnt. Wretched Tellman made sure of it personally. And now, I'm going to tell you about the law. Are you telling the truth? Yes. I know how much you appreciate the truth, so do I, trust me. Looking for the truth is my job. I consider you to be my equal, and so there is no reason for me to lie to you. That would be a disservice to myself. And to the job itself, of course. Would you be interested to know more about the law? The path of logic, so to speak? Yes. Go ahead. In accordance with the law, the very logic of our world inevitably dictates the destruction of anything unnatural. Anything that tries to break its own non-capitalized laws. The disease is nothing more than a tool. It is an instrument of inevitability. I agree. This idea isn't new. It's occurred to me already before. Inevitability. Gruesome inevitability is our one true enemy. An enemy that cannot be defeated by anyone, anywhere. The only thing you can do is to get what's dear to you out of its way. Don't make enemies with inevitability. This preaching would have made more sense before the plague. Say what you will, but fighting the enemy is my duty, as it is yours. You're right. The second part of the game is beginning. Our current task is to remain true to ourselves. We'll keep the word we've given to the powers that be, both of us. It wasn't just you, mind. We'll uncover the truth, take a foreign detail out of the mechanism, and stop the rot before it devours this land. We only have to find out how it started. And so we're back to the source now. Sources. It's always been about sources, isn't it? Just can't get away from them. We sorcerers, if you pardon the lame pun. But sorcerers do not wield magic. The source? I'll tell you where to look for the source. So you think you're well aware of what the law is, don't you? Think I do? Well, I think you don't. Let me tell you about the law. It's not the state law, but rather the natural law. When mysterious evil merges from non-existence, it is a clear sign that the law has been violated. Disease is a retribution for trespassers. It is an attempt to restore the balance of the world. I can see where you're going with this. This town is a minuscule cosmos, and it is the cosmos for its inhabitants. It's too remote, too distant from the rest of the world to serve as an effective part of any other mechanism, so it is a mechanism in and of itself. A mechanism that has now been disrupted. There must have been a flaw, a blemish, a redundant detail, perhaps. I want to find it. I see your point. Well, if the line of thinking you've just demonstrated was sincere, I'd be willing to agree with you. Perhaps that's the wrong thing to say.
What?
So, there is a faulty detail in this mechanism of ours. We need only find it. Where do we start? What would you suggest? The abattoir. Perhaps the wells, actually. Rather one very particular well that's actually been bothering me for a while now. According to your notes, this disease may have sprung from below the ground. Am I correct? Indeed, just like the previous plague epidemic, the epidemiological hazard appeared in the south during coal mining. The climate was comparable to the local one too, by the way. Have you already checked the water, specifically river water? There is a suspicious spring around here, but people have been using it for a long time. I've investigated the water hypothesis already. Yes, the frightened Luddites have destroyed the town water intake, which led to a malfunction of the town water supply system. We found ourselves in a lot of trouble because of that. How about we check this hypothesis thoroughly, though? Before we get on with inspecting buildings, we need to make sure the disease is not waterborne. Wells, springs, the river, or maybe a new stream, anything. Alright. There is one suspicious well that I would like to check. Care to tell me more about the suspicious well? Young Vladislav Olginsky has a rather peculiar hobby. I've been told that he's looking for old cultural layers, the remnants of an ancient civilization or something. I've also been told that he's looking for oil. Neither explanation sounds very convincing. What kind of person is he? A trustworthy kind, I think. Is this the reason why you two have managed to get along until now, without breaching the subject of the well? Yes. Investigate this further. Ask him. If he refuses to talk, well, there are a number of ways to inspire social interaction. And no, I'm obviously not implying torture. It just may so happen that he suddenly gets in the mood to explain everything to you. You may need a fair hearing to justify his actions. Do you understand? You seem to know something already. Conjecture, pure conjecture, and nothing but conjecture. Olginsky's closet can barely hold a gigantic skeleton, and I can't really say I even care as to who had put it there. But here's what I'm thinking. What if this skeleton's made such a ruckus falling out to cover for another one? Although, don't lose sleep over this one yet. Easy for you to say. Turns 1 PM. Perhaps we should go and have a quick talk to Vlad the Younger once more. Okay. I'll be glad of the army's arrival. This is getting a little bit beyond my capabilities. To constantly be stabbing the muggers to death. No! Oh my god. Oh no, 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 no. No! Oh, damn it. Damn it. Didn't even get any water. Didn't even get any loot from killing the Killing the bandit. Oh, those plague clouds are getting worse and worse by the day. Right, let's keep going. Once more, Vlad is something he's hiding. Oh, fuck off, rats. This is terrible. Mainly it's the rats that are terrible. Hoping that they're gone now. Right. At last, here we go. Jeez. Well, that's new.
Changeling knows something. Or she was promised something.
Why did you fill up your well with earth? Can I please just refuse to answer that question? If I'm not mistaken, since yesterday you're no longer the authorized envoy of the powers that be in town. You can, but that would be the end of our cordial relations. You refusing was just a simple conclusion. You dug up some nasty thing that bred bacteria, and you're now burying the traces of your crime. I value our relations and that cordiality, Dr. Dankovsky. You're not as far off the mark as I would have preferred, but I didn't bury anything. I filled up the well because it's no longer required, and that is as much as I'm going to tell you. So I'm not far off the mark, huh? I did indeed hide a certain crime I've committed. I believe that something nasty was indeed dug up, and it did breed deadly bacteria. The only snag here is that those two insightful observations are in no way connected. I don't believe you. Tough luck, Doctor, I don't trust you. My confession wouldn't be of any use to you, but it could raise too much noise. You'll draw all the wrong conclusions. The consequences could be tragic, especially if the Inquisitor and the Commander get involved. They will, that much I guarantee you. Here lies an old enemy of the Olgimskis. Since they've decided to stand against me, perhaps Aspity can be my ally for the time being. This is a convenient way of getting about. After all, I'm on my way in that direction anyway. So, let's find out what we can do. And find out what exactly the Olgimskis are hiding. I mean, it would make sense that them fucking around with the earth and opening and creating the abattoir, that does strike me as a very plausible source of plague. And this plague in particular, given that it exists on the steppe. Well, I mean, it's hardly surprising that a steppe plague could have been caused by the steppe water or the steppe earth or the beasts of the steppe. I mean, the slaughter of animals is a breeding ground for a lot of nasty bacteria anyway. Not that I'm trying to advertise being a vegan or anything like that at the moment, but I do have to wonder just how much in the way of human suffering was generated by the slaughter of all of these animals. The meat industry is not exactly a very nice thing, and it is not portrayed in a very favourable light in this game. Somebody's throwing fire. Fuck. Fuck, I'm in the open, I'm in the open. I'm in the open. I'm in the open, I can't get away. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Fuck. Right. Okay. I'm gonna take a shortcut through this house. That seems like a good idea. I wonder if it paid off. Nearly didn't. Jesus fuck. Right. Okay. Let's carry on. A spitty.
There's a hole under my heart. Yes.
That bitch. She had us all over a barrel. So freaking prize. That really could have done a better translation. Anyway, a spitty. Say, do you by any who are you talking about? I know all the local bitches alright, none of them can surprise me, although there are dark fibers stirring in Maria. But I'm talking about our yesterday's sweetheart. Yeah, impressive. Sabarov, the up-and-coming tyrant, is being diminished to a crawl. That's good. Volgimsky, the two-tongued asshole, has been exposed. That's a pleasure. The Canes, well, I hope they strangle each other without external help. Life is getting better by the hour. Espiti, I want to get inside the abattoir. The abattoir? Promise to kick the bucket there? Most likely will. Then why go there? Why the rush? The best part here is only beginning. I'm a curious man. Tonight, then, when it's dark, at 10, maybe 11 o'clock, the gorge will open. Do you know what the gorge is? The gates. The gates that lead to the steppe. That's where the bulls enter the abattoir. Thank you, Espiti.
Yes.
Espiti, say, do you by any chance know what Vlad the Younger was digging out? Ah, the leech won't crack. Thinks he's the smartest, and also seems to think that he can get out of this deal and that, well, with his hands and name clean. But that's fine. I know how to make him talk, all right. How? It's simple. Just reveal to the world all those thousands of lives that perished in a few days because of him, and to think that I, a simple girl that I am, blame the father. Shame. What a shame. And what are you talking about? It was he who ordered to close down the termitary. He hid the truth from his father, blamed it all on some imaginary strike. He knew how to get to the old man, to make him mad, to make him damn everyone inside. But, wait, so he knew about the epidemic beforehand? Spot on. Didn't see that one coming. Yeah, on the other hand, he is a loyal son still. He wouldn't like to see his father's head roll. And oh, can the mother make heads roll? Both of them will stick it to that secret tooth and nail. I have a go on it myself, but that changeling girl is a better idea. Thank you, Espiti. That explains a lot. Back we go. So we now learned two things. One, that Vlad definitely did something wrong. And definitely screwed something up. And two, that we can finally get inside the abattoir and actually check it over. Must say I never trusted either Vlad the Younger or Vlad the Older, but I genuinely wasn't really expecting Vlad the Younger to be the traitor. Or to be the one that was actually behind all the problems. Vlad the Elder always seemed the most slimy of the two. But then again, having said that, Vlad the Younger is very much a... he reminds me of the nouveau riche libertarian. Cunning and a bit slimy. But then again, he did also mention his change of heart. I suppose we'll find out exactly what's been going on when we talked to him just now. Another letter? The truth reveals itself to me, Oinon. I claim my father's grievous inheritance. I've made my choice. I believe that the settlement can be saved. It is alive. The kin still lives, even though my father, who was destined to lead it, has died. The kin is nourished and sustained by the earth that knows how to breathe. New harvest may be nurtured here. I devote my life to the service of the kin, just as the lines of my family enjoin me to. I will change this town. It will be reborn to live anew. Victoria Olgimskia, the White Mistress, will breathe life into it. The fallen families will be replaced by those marked by the sign of the spirits. Children they are Taya Taichik, Chieftain Notkin, Blessed Grace, the urchins Murky and Sticky, and possibly one more whom I did not yet get to meet. He goes by the name of Khan. If they survive, so will the town. If you want the town to live just like I do, then help me, or at least don't interfere with my actions. Woe on you if any of the children dies, for they are meant to inherit the earth. From Artemy Burak. Our respects. Artemy is telling me all of his bound. He's telling me the people that he needs to save, which I imagine is the game's subtle clue of telling me the others that I am probably also required to save.
Changeling knows something. Or she was promised something.
So you are the person who is responsible for turning the Termitary into a mass grave. Who told you that? That's not important. What is important is whether I'm going to relay that to the Inquisitor. Well, I suppose it's no use denying that now. I knew that the truth would come out when the Termitary was unlocked. I just hoped I would have time before that. No such luck, I suppose. So you did your best to conceal this, huh? Perhaps you know more about the plague than you show, either. Or about this well of yours. I did indeed hide a certain crime that I've committed, and I believe that something nasty was indeed dug up and bred deadly bacteria. The only snag is that those two insightful observations are not connected in any fashion. So you knew that the bacteria originated underground, and you never told me. I don't know anything for sure. Moreover, I found nothing to support that theory. The earth in the well is clean, and the deeper I dig, the cleaner and denser it becomes. Pure sand and solid white clay. But why didn't you tell me of your suspicions? Because if my theory proved to be correct, we'd have no choice but to raise the town's residential districts, wipe out everything between the abattoir and the Gorkon. Why? Why in the world would... Over the years, the people have bored countless holes into the ground. All for naught, they always hit a layer of compacted clay. The town is full of those dead-end burrows, those little creep holes. Who would believe that they all came to solid rock, like a prisoner's tunnel that comes to a brick wall? That's not a good enough reason to give the order. I can't peek inside your head now, can I? Perhaps you wouldn't issue that order. The General, who's arriving here with his forces tomorrow, wouldn't listen to you mumbling that it's nothing more than a theory. He'll just do it. Perhaps you're not far from the truth. Can you swear to me that there was nothing in the well, on your family's honour? Yes. You can have a sample and analyse it if you will. A sample of the sand and clay. If it's necessary, I can even call my people and have them dig it up again. But honestly, you're going to need to dig a deeper hole than that. No need for that. How do I get into the abattoir? I've only been there 4 times in my life. The only way in for me has always been through the Termitary. Every morning a crowd of workmen comes out of it, walks between the buildings, and is swallowed up by the abattoir's main entrance, the one that they call the Gorge. Taichik would always open and close it himself, but now he's dead and you're out of luck. Yes, I'm aware of that. It's the town, in all its glory, has been digging many a hole and many a well and many a burrow. Perhaps this is the cause of the plague. Well,
Don't tell me that's not what you were expecting.
let's go to the cemetery then. One last trip to visit Taya Taichik. She might have a bit more information for us. She might be able to tell us a bit more about exactly where this plague originated. If it originated in the earth, as is very heavily implied, then perhaps the giant blood well of the abattoir is indeed the source. After all, why wouldn't it be? Seems obvious, doesn't it? A plague comes through a town would surely originate in something like its slaughterhouse, and from there spread to its waters. What time is it? 3 PM. It's not bad. We can complete all these quests quickly, I'm sure. And hopefully we'll be able to save everyone today. At least do our best to. Apologies there, my recording was briefly interrupted. Didn't quite mean to do that, but that's okay. Right, what's the quickest way? Probably cutting up through the middle here. We're gonna have to be careful though, as this is more than definitely fully plague infested territory. No, not today. Not today. Oh god, small child, what are you doing here? You're gonna die. Fuck, I'm gonna die. Ah. We're all gonna die. But at least I'll be able to get some food left. No. No. Okay. Oh shit. Awesome. Here have 2 rats. I don't even know why I'm carrying them still. Okay, so back into the abattoir we go. Block 1 of the cemetery. Okay. Marisberg.
The Inquisitor has turned her gaze to the abattoir. No good will come of it.
I got quite the letter from you. Blackmail, is it? Not at all. Just keeping you informed. You see,
What was that?
I've checked the blood. It's whose blood is it, Barak? It's not human. The result, Oinon? You know I can't tell you. I'm bound by a word given, and I thought that was something you respected. Well, in short, yes, it does produce two types of antibodies. One stops the horn bacteria from propagating, and another one kills them. We've got a unicum here. And you're free to go and test my makeshift Panacea on someone. It should work. And how much of this potion can be made? Not much for now. 10, 15 doses. Save it, why not? Have you tested it? My word be bond. Should be effective. Fine, I'll try it. Holy fuck, we have the most useful item in the game. Incredible. I am saving that. Quite literally. That was an awful pun, I'm sorry. Okay. I think we need to make a quick hard save here, as this could go very badly wrong very quickly.
What is this? What's going on? Who was screaming?
Here he is, here he comes. Listen everyone, this is a doctor. He came from outside. Will you do me a favor?
Gladly. Will you let me into the abattoir then?
Will you bring me the person that got us all locked in here when everyone got sick?
And what would happen to that person?
Well, I want to ask him why he had us locked up, and then ask him some more.
Doesn't take a genius to see that you're going to kill him.
No, we're not going to kill him. We'll take him.
I refuse.
If you do what I'm asking of you, I'll open up the passage to the abattoir for you.
No, I need to get into the abattoir, but at the cost of someone's life, and I know that I would sentence that person to death, but I agree.
And perhaps you can bring me a toy?
Now we're talking, I can do that easily. Which toy would you like?
I don't need just any toy, I need the toy. My supreme calf. I'll show you where the guys have left him.
Please be so kind. That's in the middle of the plague territory. Oh, fuck.
So, the lady that came here decided to look into the abattoir. Nothing good will come out of this.
Victoria sent these drugs to you. She said you must take them if you ever feel unwell.
Are you sure?
It's not real medicine. Well, Capella told me you should take them if you ever get sick. Alright?
Well, alright, but only because Capella says so. I would swallow a bumblebee for her.
That's a good go. Well, that's one quest completed at least. So we know that they open the abattoir at around about midnight, or at least the turn of midnight. This might be the only chance that I get in, or that I'll have to get in and see the abattoir for myself. I need to be careful. I need to not waste that opportunity once it comes up. So, yeah, we need to be careful. We need to get this done quickly. I need to go run this little errand. Let's hope this doesn't take too long. That guy is not going to do well. The bone pillar always slightly unnerved me. It's very odd to see it in the middle of town, just in someone's back garden. No empty bottles. That's unusual. Right. Ooh, yes. All of these. Oh. I have a lot of lockpicks, I could probably sell some of them. That way I could actually have a shotgun shell. Okay. Oh no. Kid's running away from something. Okay. Seven. Oh god. I'll do. No. What fucking gets me there? Oh, this is the 5th fucking time, I swear to god. Christ. This is not easy. Okay. Oh no. Okay, it's one of these houses, right? But is it not the house of the living? Well, that quest line ago. Christ, everything's just gone to shit. Okay. Somewhere in here, right? Well, I mean, that's all useful. Ah, no, 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 no. Okay. So really not in any of these. Frick. Oh my god, is that it? Yes! Now I just have to get out. Okay, it knows I'm here. Oh shit. How do I get out? Fuck. Right, that's it, that's it. Oh my god. Oh. We did it, we did it. Oh, thank god. Now all that remains is to get clear and get back to the abattoir. We know that Tyre is going to open up the doors this evening. Ah! Fuck. Too many clouds to dodge, too many. Okay, so we know that Tyre is going to open up the doors this evening. We know that it might not be easy for us to get in, but hopefully we should be able to manage it okay. Oh, nice hole. Okay. I'll do. Nearly there. Okay. Let's see what happens next. I better be appreciative of this. That toy was not easy to acquire.
I see everything.
I brought you the calf. Is this the one?
Yeah, this is the one, thank you.
Tell the butchers to let me in, please.
I will. You'll get rid of passage. Come back half an hour before midnight. The boulder will be rolled away.
Alright. Okay. The entrance will be open before midnight and the butchers will let me through. Hopefully they're not going to give me any trouble. I know they're dangerous, but this all does sound relatively promising so far. With that, I think we can rest easily, for a little while at least. Well, the worms are dying, but that's not really of interest to me at the moment. Perhaps that's speciest in a way that I'm ignoring the plight of the worms to favour that of the common humans, but I feel that's really the best I can do in the current scenario. It's much easier to just take rats than it is to fight them. always used to have some backup bullets. Can I get in? I wonder what Alexander has to say.
The rabble is completely out of control.
Not very much at the moment, evidently. Okay, well, I can use this opportunity to sleep a good few hours. Let's call it 5. And that'll take us probably just about in time. Should be open now. I must hurry before the day is done. Perhaps we shall now finally find out what is inside this abattoir all along. Whether this is truly the den in which this terrible bacteria has originated from. I suspect that it shall play a significant role in it, but I'm still not fully convinced that it is actually the source. Having said that, what else could the source be? I don't buy into the guff of the plague being nature's rebuttal for man's folly. At least not at the moment. Maybe I'll change my mind. Let's go into the abattoir. Well, that didn't take long, did it? So the abattoir was not safe in the end.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain
Oh shit.
unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theatre.
Well, it's now 2 o'clock on day
I
9.
need to go back to the front.
Clearly this didn't go well for the Bachelor. So I'll pause here, and I will see you all next time.